Hello everyone, my name is Marcus and I'm a designer and animator, and today in this video I'm gonna share with you how to design this poster inside Adobe Illustrator. So today we're gonna be designing a typography poster more or less like this. So this is from like a new series of poster designs that I'm experimenting with, which is just basically I get a font and then I just distort it and work around with the font only and like a really nice word. Actually made like a list of nice words to use to, like beautiful words in English. So an idea is just like I play around with like font composition, distortion, and even like layout, like playing around with like inverting fonts around and play with like some really nice custom distortions. And in this way, actually experiment a little bit with the negative space, working around the negative space, working around like the font as the main object to work with. So I'm not using many colors, just black and white, and just like a sort of limitation so I don't go too crazy. And then I focus a little bit more in the form rather than in the color, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's probably going to be a very simple tutorial technical wise, but I just wanted to talk about a little bit of what am I doing in this series and what I expect to learn on this series, which is basically just like practicing composition and play around with like the values of the black and white and the values of the negative space. Because if you imagine like just like these black shapes around, they look really cool, and I really like it. When I'm designing, of course, I'm worried about the word that is there. You still need to be able to at least read it one day, but we don't want to distort the font to the letters to a level which is lost the form and they can even ever read them, if that makes sense. I have a lot of examples here on my dribble page, which is like a lot of other words. So I have like a list of like 60 words and I'm just like playing with them. So this is just like paradox. This one worked really well. I really like the result. I think it's because of the level. I didn't distort the type too much on this one, which is probably what worked well. And I still have like this really nice negative space around it, which is very nice. I think it's a good way to practice design in a very simple way. It's very quick. It takes like 10 minutes to do a poster like this. And you actually train your eye a little bit. Also, if you never check my dribble page, I will leave the link there. I have like some experiments. I'm always doing experiments. Of course, I do client work, but I don't share much client work here. I feel like client work is just me being their hand and they're the mind of the project. I don't know. I just want to share the things I've conceptualized myself, if that makes sense. Anyway, back to Illustrator. I'm just gonna make a new file here. Go into File, New. I'm gonna use a 1700 by 2400, and just press Create. Perfect. So to start, I'm gonna just make a grid. I'm gonna go to Rectangle Grid tool, and then I'm gonna make a grid really nicely there. Let's just make. No, actually, I'm gonna click twice on the grid tool, and then I'm gonna change the horizontal dividers to 50 by 50, and press OK. I'm gonna hold Shift and Alt together, and I'm just going to make a really nice grid like this. And I'm going to try to align it. Try to make it as big as the artboard is, at least in the height. Like I think it's 2400 here. I'm gonna make 2400 there, as it's a square grid, but doesn't matter. Perfect. And let's just select our grid and then go to opacity and make it this 15. Perfect. Now select our. Actually, before that, let's go to View and then let's just click Trim View. So this way we only see what's inside of the artboard, which is really cool. Back to it. And let's just select our text tool here. And then click on it. I'm just gonna lock this layer and make a new one first. and just choose like a nice word to use. Maybe you're gonna use lorem ipsum actually, lorem, because it's already there. And if you don't have any idea which words to use, lorem ipsum is a good way to start anything. And then I'm gonna use this font, which is Campaign. It's like an Adobe font actually, and it's free to use if you have Adobe. So yeah, play with it. Then just gonna right click and create outlines. And then just going to right click again and ungroup it. And then I'm gonna select each individual letter. I'm gonna make a really nice composition with them. This grid is just annoying me a little bit. I'm gonna just spread them around the artboard for now actually. And then I'm gonna leave this ipsum down here. So when I'm going to start with the letter L, maybe I'm just going to rotate it a little bit like this. Then I'm going to scale it like this. So what we want to do on this exercise is actually just, it's not anti-design, because I heard this expression like anti-design, when you go crazy, you don't follow any rules. But sometimes I don't think design is about following rules or not, it's achieving something. And well, I don't think you achieve like solutions if you only follow rules. And I think this type of exercises is almost like if you watch in them like an what's the name, the fashion industry, sorry, they do like crazy dresses, and it doesn't mean they're gonna sell those dresses in like normal stores. They probably sell them like for collectors or something, but the main thing of those dresses is just to be so different that inspires other people to do like normal clothing, like clothing that you see like in normal shops. But like those things you see in the runways normally it's just to be like inspiration more than actually a final product. And that sometimes we need that in design. I think if you follow rules all the time, you never create anything new. And I'm probably breaking every rule here right now. I'm just like customizing this font. I think it's okay to do it, but there are some people that like the rule followers. They don't really like this very much. And yeah, I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm sorry if you are one of those people that like to protect fonts to an extreme level. Lorem. And then I'm just going to leave this one like this. And then there is a letter M. Yes. Maybe the letter M, I'm going to make it lorem like this. So just play around. I don't know if you're probably following this. I'm just playing around with the rotation and the position of the letters right now. Just going to make letter M there. Just like this. Bam, bam. It looks like a tree, but I don't know if I really like it. But you know, you're just experimenting, so let's just keep going. And maybe I will just change this one to make it a little bit different. Just be sure to follow like the grid. The grid helps you a lot. Like if you actually in doubt, follow the grid and try to make it something with that grid. Like you're using the same distance for everything is really nice. Like I'm using these 3 squares. Then I can use this letter O here, matching the grid as well. Maybe the letter R, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then, yes, it's working better. And play with scales, like just feel free to play with everything you want to play. And as long in the end we have like a result more or less like this, just for the sake of the exercise. And if you do it, like I love when people do actually these tutorials on YouTube and then they just send me on Instagram. It's the most rewarding thing I ever feel every time I see someone that actually took some value from my videos. So if you do take value and if you do the exercise, please share with me. I really love seeing them. Yeah. Sorry, I'm when I'm really tired. Like it's Saturday afternoon, so it's 8 o'clock, and I'm quite tired. I had a long day. I actually worked for a client today, doing some animations. And when I'm tired, my English starts fading away. It's just like my brain resets to the normal Portuguese, and it takes me ages to actually speak English fluently when I'm this tired. So I'm deeply sorry if you're noticing it and it's being annoying. Just going to grow this one as well. You know what? Just do it. Why not? You know, you'll never finish. Just keep going. Gonna scale this up, even though this is a tutorial and should be a short thing, otherwise you're not gonna watch it, but I'd rather make it long and nice than, and actually I like it in the end. Actually like this. I'm really enjoying this distortion actually. Maybe because this is 2 words, I want to make sure that I make something nice. Just make sure to adjust, because when we stretch it, it actually moves the scale a little bit like this. I think so. I think it looks like not a L, looks like a T for some reason. Maybe I'm gonna reflect it horizontally, so it still looks like a L and load M, and it's more readable probably as well. And this one here, I'm gonna make this exercise is actually really perfect for beginners, because what we are doing this is basic design. It's just like working with grids and negative space. I know I talked about negative space before in this video, but I can't that's the best part of design. And if you actually master that skill of like understanding space and the way it works, like in a way to make the negative space work for you, and yeah, it's a really nice skill to have. It's kind of hard to master. I think it's still taking me, like we never stop learning, and actually there is always space to improve in our skills. But I think negative space is a good thing to play around and to keep exercising yourself in design. Like if you see like the negative space in between the letters is actually a really nice form. It doesn't need to look like nothing, but it needs to feel nice. Imagine if the negative space something like this. It doesn't feel very nice. All these edges, like like all these steps happening. So you want to feel the flow of like, oh, maybe there is actually a problem here, which is like, so this line comes here, and then there is a step. Like you probably don't notice like really quickly, but your brain will notice. Will not feel as fluid. I don't know. It won't feel as nice. And if your negative space is not perfect, your client will like, I like the logo, but something is not feeling nice. And normally, what's not feeling nice, it's a negative space. Even though when the logos are beautiful, but something is not right. You know that feeling? That's probably the negative space. I'm sorry, I don't know if I should be doing this tutorial, like how tired I am, but I've been a while since I actually made a tutorial for YouTube. I was just making these shorts, and I like shorts, but I don't think they add much value, at least my shorts, because they're like, it's really hard to add value in design in like 10 to 15 seconds. I don't know. Maybe just me. And yeah. Okay, just be sure to do this. And also I never promoted this in here, because I think there are 2 different platforms, and I don't want to cross promo everything. I do have some Skillshare courses. If you are on Skillshare only, check them out. If you not, just watch my YouTube videos. They have a good content as well. I don't want you to spend more money to watch my stuff. But if you're already on Skillshare, and I have a lot of videos there, like a lot, and yeah, probably I'm bigger than on Skillshare than on YouTube, so just check it out if you are on Skillshare. And if you don't know what Skillshare is, it's like an online learning platform that works online. Like it's like YouTube, but it's a little bit more curated and a little bit more focused on learning instead of just entertainment. And it's really nice. The classes actually work really well. Like they have this structure. It's not like YouTube, which you watch like an entire video start to end. You have like different lessons for each part of the exercise, and then people actually can share their results and their opinions about, and then you can actually share with the community, and people can like your stuff, and also build a nice community around it, around the course, because then people actually share the designs as well, which is really cool. And of course, I love seeing this, like, and people like actually getting engagement from other students, and even inspiring other students to do these exercises. And also there is millions, not millions, but like thousands of amazing courses on Skillshare. I took this one. This one was really cool. It was like a design systems on Skillshare, and Skillshare recommends my own courses to me, and yeah, and then you can actually like see if you watch history. You don't need to start and finish a course in one day, which is cool. You can just learn in your own time. There is so amazing things here. So yeah, I will leave the link, and if you're on Skillshare, please be sure to check my courses there too. Okay, I'm gonna breathe a little bit more. Like Lorem Ipsum. There was a little ad break. Not ad break, it's not an ad, it's just me talking about it. But and so a little bit of self-promotion. I will take that. Lorem Ipsum. Oh, the U still looks like a U, so I'm probably gonna just distort it. Or maybe no. Because I'm gonna have, I think something is very regularly, I have the I and the S, and they are following the rules, and I don't want them to follow the rules. Okay, so what if what can make this crazy? And like this. And you know what? When I started doing this, actually, I didn't expect anyone to like it, because I didn't make this thinking like, oh, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be like the next thing. This is going to be it. And it wasn't, and it still not is, but I got some engagement around it. Probably this is another break. I'm so sorry. Like on TikTok, and I also have Instagram. I will leave all the links. It was nice. Like it was nice actually seeing people engaging with it, because it's like, look, it's like a nice thing to see. It's very different from, at least from my timeline. That's sometimes what I want to see, is something different, because sometimes I feel like my entire timeline uses the same colors or the same tutorial, or like what's going on. I don't know, if I feel like maybe it's the algorithm, but like, oh, I really like this guy's work. But I don't know, I feel you need to break like your timeline style. So get a timeline and then break it, like the styles you see, just to make something different. And what else here? Yeah. Follow me on Instagram as well, if you don't follow me yet. It'll be fun. And where was I? I promise I will stop doing it. We're gonna finish this poster now. I'm just going to make this like here and here. And I'm also planning to make like some live action videos for this channel, like showing my setup, my room, which is my little office at home. And yeah, I hope you enjoy that. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I'm still planning it. And the problem is, the next couple of weeks I'm jammed with work and a lot of client work, and I don't show my client work very much, but I promise you I have clients. They're normally very corporate clients, so the work is not it's not like this. That's probably why I do this. It's nice work, but it's not like something I think is mostly my style. It's mostly like someone else's style or voice. So yeah, the poster is done. I like to play with like scales even when I'm finished. And I think this is pretty much it. I kind of like it very much. Let's just make a new rectangle here and just make it and go into the back. And yeah, pretty much it. There isn't much like happening. You can also play with like the corners and just make them round, which could be cool. Like if you do something like this. If you always, again, I will keep preaching about this. Always be aware of the negative space you are curating. You know, like this sounds nice, looks nice there. Maybe this one, maybe if I do the same thing here, I don't know. I think this is becoming something different, and I don't know if I like it. And also if you are happy with your poster and want to experiment with some colors, please feel free. And just like apply colors. Maybe it will look nice. It does look nice. See? And yeah, like what else? Okay. Yeah, I kind of like it, but I will leave it. Maybe I'll add some colors. Actually, I think it will look nicer for a thumbnail anyway. So let's just do it. I'm gonna make this. Should I use like a blue? Yes. And then this could be blue as well, and this could be orange, and this could be, can still keep black. And then this will be blue, this will be blue, the R will be black, and yeah, this is pretty much it. I know it's not the same thing as I explained you. I told you about not using colors, but you know what? When you are a YouTuber, you need to worry about thumbnails and oh my god, I call myself a YouTuber. And yeah, thumbnails with color engage more than black and white thumbnails. I guess. Not sure about it. And let's just play with like a red. I like a red too. Probably feel very American. I don't know if I want that. Nothing against America. I just feel like I don't want to attach these to any country. Or maybe there is a country that has these colors on their flag. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this like this. It's 8:38 and I promised my girlfriend I'll be with her at 9 p.m. So I have like 20 minutes to finish this video and edit it. There is not much to edit, but I need to make the thumbnails and upload it to YouTube. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this till the end. Be sure to check the other videos. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and let me know what you think about this exercise about negative space. And yeah, I hope you'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.